My hope for the future is a community and a society that will actually see the benefits that are coming out of wildlife.
With Game Rangers International, we're doing an important job here. These elephants are meant to be protected.
If the poachers killing the mothers, then they leave the babies behind, which means if we don't look after the baby, we have lost 2 elephants at a go.
If I take you back, we had a lot of rhinos in Kafue National Park, but right now, there's not even one. That's why we are looking after these elephants, because if we will not take care of these, they'll be gone.
I can just imagine how a baby elephant sees his mother getting poached and now he's all alone. It's like just a kid. A kid doesn't know what to do without the help of their parents or their siblings.
A lot of the elephants, when we find them, are really emaciated. They're very, very stressed, and it's so easy for them to go into shock.
Like myself, I'm the second mother to her. Since her mother was poached, she needs comforting her. Rav, she was looking so skinny, but now she's doing fine. She's drinking good. We try to do the best.
The elephant keepers developed the most amazing bond. They are the comfort that was provided when they were most traumatized, and they remember that.
These animals, they are just like our children. They think we are their parents, and indeed we are.
So we move cross to these animals so I can still see what they are doing, understand their behaviors, whether they are eating well or there's some who are still struggling.
One thing we have in mind from the very first day is these elephants are going back to the wild. So everything we do here has to be, how is the impact going to be in 10 to 15 years? How is this going to affect the elephant?
These little elephants have come from different parts of Zambia, but they form essentially a new family, and they do bond with one another. And those relationships are so significant, enabling them to psychologically fit in with what needs to be a wild herd eventually.
It's all about keeping tabs with the release stage elephants, trying to see how they're doing, how they're using their new environment, and basically how they're growing. So our main concern is that we don't want to release any of these elephants, and as soon as they're out here, a poacher just comes in and guns them down.
The more resources we have available, the more we can do to help.
The end goal is to be re-released into the wild, to have that elephant lead its wildlife that is its birthright. But that elephant needs to be protected to do so.
The Department of National Parks and Wildlife lack the resources for some of the need that's on the ground, and that's where Game Rangers International comes in. We fundraise to support the work that they're doing, so we're trying to fill the gaps, and funding will always be an issue because there is such a need out there.
The job of a scout is like a semi-soldier. He has to be physically fit, and that scout must love his job.
It's just so hard to find the resources in each government, in each park, to be able to really protect the wildlife, because poachers are very well funded, and it's hard to fight back. It's not easy. These parks are huge.
Conservation cannot work without community. It is very important to actually regard the local communities that live close to wildlife protected areas as major stakeholders in wildlife conservation. An elephant is an animal which poachers like to kill because of its tusks.
People, they don't have much knowledge on conserving the animals. What they want is only the ivory, and ivory will just take you nowhere.
We try and open people's eyes to not the fact that there's lovely, beautiful little elephant orphans running around in front of them, but the causes that made those elephants orphans in the first place.
We work holistically in wildlife conservation through wildlife rescue, communities, education. It's not just law enforcement.
Good morning, listeners, wherever you are. And it is our duty to look after these animals. After we are gone, after our generation is gone, after the old men that are living now are gone, what impact are we going to leave with the forthcoming generations, the young men and women that are actually growing right now?
If we see them being released, they have gone back in the world where they belong. It gives me happiness.
I think we need to step in and take charge and give these elephants a second chance.
If you are able to reach people, they do stand up and they want to help.
Whilst elephants are the flagship, every animal within that national park system is protected through the boots on the ground, through the law enforcement activities, and same for working with the communities.
The people need to rise up and say what's important to them. People's voices matter.